Hey family, what's good? This is your girl, I am the Bronze Goddess, and I'm actually here to do this kind of rant video, and I'm gonna jump right into it because I have a lot that I want to say. I'm gonna show you guys the most edited version that I can of Rihanna's recent dress. So, I've seen this dress everywhere, all over Instagram and all over the media with people saying, was the dress too much? Rihanna bears all. And I was watching a video by Wendy Williams and I commented to her question, was the dress too much? I just said that she left nothing to the imagination. Well, the Navy, Rihanna's Navy tried to come for me, okay? Some people were saying that, they don't think the dress was too much. The dress was still very classy and still tasteful. And that's kind of where I disagree. Don't get me wrong, I have no issue with Rihanna at all. I actually love the fact that she kind of stands up for herself, that she's not a pushover, that she's not a cookie cutter. There are things about her that I really respect. The fact that she doesn't try to be like everybody else. She is a maverick and she does her own thing. I appreciate that about her. She's not politically correct. She says what she wants to say. She does how she wants to do and all of that. But I just didn't like the dress. I didn't think the dress was very classy. I didn't expect to see her areolas and the crack of her bottom on anybody's red carpet or anybody's runway. I am entitled to that opinion. But what irks me, what bothers me, the reason why I'm actually here making this video is I can't stand the celebrity worship. So, people are coming out, the dress was very good, you're just a hater. How am I a hater because I don't like the dress? I never said anything about her as a person. I just don't care for the dress. And people, if somebody that you knew or somebody was walking down the street like she was walking down the street, or walking, to a restaurant or to an event or even at a nightclub, and somebody was wearing that exact dress, would it still be okay? No? Then why is it okay for Rihanna to do it? I just don't like the double standard and the stan attitude of anything that a celebrity does or says is okay because it's them. Oh my God, it's epic. Yes, honey. Yes, that dress is everything, honey. Slay. Showing areolas and the crack of her bottom. I have 3 daughters. It's not okay for Rihanna to do it, and it darn sure ain't okay for any of my 3 daughters to wear something like that. It's too much. But I admit that I am old-fashioned, and I might be a little bit more conservative. I'm not a 20-something-year-old woman. I'm not single. I'm a 30-something-year-old woman, married, mother of 3. So that might be too much for me, but that's my opinion. Having an opinion doesn't make you a hater. If I hated everything that Rihanna did, then you could label me a hater. If I said I hate her music, I hate her haircut, I hate how she treated Chris Brown, I hate this, I hate that, that's a hater. But someone having an opinion and saying, I don't really care for the dress, and I didn't even say that. All I said was the dress left nothing to the imagination. And people act like I cursed her out and called her everything but a child of God. And I hate that attitude. You got the Bajancy and the Beehive and the Monsters and the Tamartians, and you got all these groups of people, the Rita Bots, all these people who come out of the woodwork who love everything that a celebrity says or does. That's when it crosses over into being a fan, into worship. You follow somebody blindly, you are a sheep. If you follow someone blindly and they can never say or do anything that's wrong or inappropriate in your eyes, you have begun to worship them. And you should never do that. The only person you should worship is God. But to me, one of my other problems with the thing is I feel like whenever somebody does that, shows that much, puts that much on show, not just that particular night, Rihanna got kicked off of Instagram for posting nude pics. Like, she has a history of just, being nude and all that kind of stuff. And I don't have anything wrong with that. If she appreciates her body, then that's great. But there has to be a time and a place. And I think she's starting to realize that there's certain times and certain places where that's more appropriate than others. If you're on a beach in Barbados and you have on little to nothing or you're topless, that may be more okay than if you're walking down the red carpet. There's a time and a place for everything. And again, these are all just my opinions, but I am entitled to my opinion. Opinions are like belly buttons. Everybody has one. This happens to me, my opinion on that particular issue. But I feel like it's a bigger cry for help. Whenever someone is oversexed, I'm not going to say that it's fact because I don't know if she was intimate with everybody that she ever dated, but is always pushing sex in your face, always pushing her body in your face. I'm always thinking to myself, I wonder if something happened to her. There has to be a reason why she doesn't value her body enough. Was she molested? Was she assaulted? Was somebody talking to her? Did somebody touch her? I'm always thinking to whether it's a stripper or whether it's an exotic dancer or whoever, whenever a woman is just always trying to put sex out there, I'm always wondering, I wonder what happened. I know that's not the situation with everyone who's a stripper or a dancer. Some of them actually come from good homes with good parents and fathers were actually there and all of that. I'm not saying everyone, but there are some that is the case. Some who get into pornography and things like that, and there's actually a story behind it. Someone made them feel like their body wasn't precious. Everybody else played with their body, so they don't really think that it's a big deal to show it and to share it and all that type of thing. But I'm just saying, I don't appreciate when people act like because you have an opinion that you are a hater. If you have a history of the same opinion, then you are a hater. But if you're just expressing an opinion, then what's wrong with that? Like, when did we become sheep? And I don't worship anybody but Jesus and God. I'm not going to worship some random person who's just like me. She has more money than me, but what makes her different than me? She's a regular person like the rest of us. But I'm not gonna lie and be like, slay, yes, girl, you working that dress. If I would never show the crack of my bottom and my areolas, and I think that that's too much. If it's too much for everybody else, then it's too much for her. She doesn't get a pass because she's a celebrity, not to me. If she does to you, then that's great. You are entitled to your opinion. I expect many thumbs down. That I don't care about that. Like, I don't lose any sleep over that. But I am going to express my opinion because you got young girls out there that are getting the impression that you got to be, oh, so I got to be butt naked to get attention. She's photographed everywhere. I need to show a little more skin. I don't want young girls to think that. I wouldn't want my daughters to think that. Somebody has to say, no, it's not okay to show your areolas, girl. No, it's not okay to show everybody, and I mean everybody from sea to shining sea to overseas, to show the crack of your bottom. No, that's not okay. Somebody has to say that. We all can't be saying, yes. Somebody got to say, no, 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 ma'am. Put some clothes on. You can be sexy and not be naked. I never thought it would have to say that. You don't have to be naked to be sexy. And another thing real quick, since I'm preaching anyway, somebody said she has the body for it. Like that makes it okay. Because let me tell you what irks me. So when Miley Cyrus was darn near butt booty naked, everybody was like, ooh, that's a cry for help. Ooh, girl, shame on you. Girl, cover up. Girl, where is Billy Ray? Billy Ray, come get Miley. You want to tell Billy Ray to come get Miley, but I guess because she doesn't have the body that you prefer. But now when Rihanna's doing it, yes, if Miley Cyrus had worn the same dress, everybody would have been like, is she off her meds? Is she okay? So I don't understand it. So as long as you have the right body, you can be naked on the runway. What kind of message are we sending? Like, what happened to us as a society where that's what we're telling our young girls? As long as you have the body for it, honey, do it. Show those areolas. Show those double D's. Show that. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with a little bit. I'm just believing that, and this is a rant, in case you missed it, honey. This is a rant. There's nothing wrong with having a little sexy. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But when you are booty naked on the runway, there's something wrong with that, and somebody has to say it. And if you don't want to say it, but darn it, here it is. I'm gonna say it. I don't care if you dislike it. I don't care if I lose subscribers over it. The most important thing is these young girls, and they need to know that being butt naked on a runway or any place else is wrong. It sends the wrong message. What you might be willing to show, you might be willing to share. Don't act like people, don't get mad if somebody treats you like you don't have any class when you dress like this. It's like that comedy sketch from Dave Chappelle, where he was saying that, you know, women wear these clothes and then they get mad when you call them out of their name. Well, you have on their uniform. I'm not going to use the word that he used, but you have on a scandalous woman's uniform, so don't be surprised if people treat you like you're a scandalous woman. If somebody came up to her and grabbed her butt, would that be wrong? But doesn't it look like it's okay? It looks like it's a buffet. So why are you mad if somebody take a plate? My baby's crying, I gotta go. But I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Till next time. Deuces.